So as you know, guys, the recent Nikke Global Popularity Poll, I think part 3, has officially dropped. And let me just tell you, this is one of the biggest events I've ever seen. Now, the last two popularity polls weren't so big, and they weren't so chaotic, per se. You have literal people now forming coups in a way, like you'd seen a civil war or something. Now, I don't have a script prepared for this video, so I'm just going to go on a little rant and provide some absolute hilarious screenshots that I found in the Nikke Reddit um, Reddit server. Now, be warned, these are some of the most funniest posts and responses that I've ever read, because let me just tell you, this has to be the biggest war I've ever seen in a gacha fandom. This is the biggest diversity I've ever seen in a vote for a favorite character skin. Now, the last two global popularity polls, no one really gave a shit about them. I mean, the first one, Modernia won, and no one really cared. I mean, wow, she got a T-shirt, good. And then Red Hood won, which is not a surprise. I mean, Red Hood was probably one of the most best developed characters at that date. And now we have the third one, where it's actually probably most divisive choices I've ever seen. Now, recently, Rappy Red Hood has been, taking the win from what I've seen at the time of recording this. But it's just a war zone out there. Let me just tell you, if you go into the Reddit server now for Nikke, you can't take a side. Each side will basically be teared apart unless you're in Crown's side. I mean, the Crown players who main Crown, they've pretty much been chilling. They've just been watching from the sidelines at this point. But before I get into it, please like and subscribe, and let's get into these screenshots. Now, people have actually resorted to actually creating these posters, these propaganda posters, the type of stuff you'd see in World War II or World War One, where you see this guy saying, "We want you to be recruited for this army type shit." And people have been making their own posters. Like, this is one I've seen here. They've actually made a, a group name for each other. So we got the how do you say this? Rappy Plicans, I think that's how you say it, and then the Syndicates, which is, this is crazy, all over a character poll, mind you, and this has been on the new, I think, social server Shift Up made, because they recently dropped this new social media kind of thing where you can post stuff about Nike. It's pretty crazy. I haven't been on it myself. I don't usually go on it. I might as well browse there sometimes, but I don't really use it that much. It wasn't really that much of a needed feature, but this is just one of the most craziest things I've seen so far. Then we have people doing apparent botted votes. Now, this was actually debunked. A little bit of an update. This was actually debunked by some guy, I think, who runs botting apps for votes, and apparently he made it very clear that you can't actually bot the votes at all. And now Rappy fans are using that as an excuse for hating Cinderella fans. Pretty crazy. Like this post explains here, people are basically calling Cinderella fans frauds for this apparent rumor that they're using botted votes. And even then, I don't think Shift Up is that stupid to, well, let botted votes slide past. Then, this is the funniest one. Someone got reported to the Reddit care resources. Now, this is basically if you have any I don't know how to put this into the most PG way, but if you're thinking of game ending yourself, like that, pretty much, yeah, you will basically be DM'd by this Reddit bot in a way, and someone actually got reported by the Rappy fans because they were spreading Cinderella propaganda. Yeah, I'm not joking. They were literally reported, and the Reddit bot actually thought they were, gonna game end themselves. It's crazy out there. I'm telling you right now. And now we have this other post, which I think is probably the most stupidest argument. Now, people are using the a rumor or conspiracy theory that apparently Shift Up is going to nerf Cinderella's skin. Because Cinderella, as you know, she actually already has a skin. The issue with that is the Gacha Roulette skins, they are expensive. They will probably tell you to, they'll probably get you to fork over a little over 30 quid pretty much. From where I am, they will literally get you to fork over 30 quid for a singular skin because it's like a spin the wheel. You might get lucky or you might not get lucky. That's why I do not like the gacha roulettes. I think this is one of the most worst feature in Nikke. Um, but yeah, it like this argument is stupid because you can literally say the same thing for Rappy. Shift Up might screw up Rappy's skin. You never might know. So using conspiracy theories like this is kind of stupid. Um, and of course, they've been complaining that apparently Rappy's bakery has been hidden, which is another stupid argument. Um, I mean, like, dude, it's not that hidden. I mean, in the first one, the first iteration of Rappy, the very first one, the one which is on the cover of the game, uh, you can see all of it. And then they got mad that it got nerfed only a little bit. Like they're acting like this is what happened with the Helm skin. If you don't know, the Helm got a skin um, recently. I think it was a little while back, and they didn't. They just covered everything up. Everything was white for her shooting position, and you couldn't see basically anything underneath. This is a weird explanation, but that's basically what happened. And people got mad, and then Shift Up reverted it. I do not think Shift Up will do this again because what's the point? You'll just get more angry people and then less people playing the game. So let's be realistic. And I actually left a response telling the basically poster of how stupid it is. Why would Shift Up just skimp out on a random skin? And then people have also been saying they didn't like the Modernia or Red Hood skin. If you do not like the Red Hood skin, you genuinely need help because that was probably best free skins I've ever seen. If you don't like it, I must be surprised because how do you not like it? It fits with Red Hood perfectly and all that as well. I mean, a red dress for Red Hood and then giving her a good little figure. Really compliments her figure, is what I'm trying to say. And people are saying that they didn't like it, which makes no sense. And even then, Modernia skin, which people for some reason hate, I personally am not a fan of Modernia. And to be honest, this skin actually had me acting in a way. So if you're getting people who don't even like Modernia liking the skin, then I think you're doing something correct at least. And like I said, this is more of the conversation. It makes no sense because, like, dude, why would Shift Up skimp out on a global popularity poll for an anniversary of their own game? It makes no sense. And that's pretty much it. Now, it will probably change. The dust will probably settle down. Probably not. When the winner will take the lead and actually get the like basically get the permanent first place, and then we will see what will happen. I don't think the dust will ever settle down because depending on who will win, it will be either Carnage or it will either be Peace. I'm leaning to more of the Carnage side because think of it this way: if Shift Up either screws up on either one of the skins, then it's over. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I know it was a more different video than usual. I do like doing commentary, especially when it's on Nike. The Gatekeeper video is still being made. Don't worry, it's in production a little bit. Anyway, we will see you next one. Bye bye.